Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the College Football Tailgate. Man, Eric, it feels like we just did one of these.
Yeah, dude. Long time no see, dude.
Long time no see. So we're recording this, obviously, on Monday night. It's coming out Tuesday, but we did do a bowl preview, our initial reactions. Go check that out. That's up right now. It's even on Spotify for you audio freaks out there. If you just like to hear the dulcet tones of our voice as you either go to work or return from work, that's very doable. Just go to Spotify, type in the College Football Tailgate, type in the Gymnasium or College Football Tailgate. You'll be able to find it. It's out there. Eric, college football is a whirl right now. The transfer portal is fully open. By the time it's done, how many kids do you think enter the portal?
Oh my God, 300-400.
I think it's thousands. I think it's going to end up being thousands.
I will say this, and like before we have to start, I'm gonna be a Joe Public better, and I'm never a Joe Public better. I'm betting Colorado,
warning for everybody.
Colorado over win total. Colorado to win the Pac-12.
So I was listening to the Cover 3 podcast. Tom Fornelli had some takes on it. I kind of agree with his take. This either excels spectacularly or blows up. I don't think there's an in-between with Deion at Colorado.
I just don't see.
I don't see a situation where they go like 6-6 for a couple years or 7-5 for a couple years, and he finds. I think he either goes like 8-9 wins and like consistently is in play for the Pac-12, or it burns up.
Yeah, I mean, like, so he got the Kent State coach to come there for the offensive.
Big move,
absolutely huge. Now we're hearing he could get Kelly from Alabama to be the defensive side. Or Mike Zimmer.
Yeah, I heard Mike Zimmer.
Or who knows? He could get both.
I know. So you watch his opening speech, right?
Yeah.
I know you love that. I know Uncle Rico loved that.
I loved it.
I know Uncle Rico was all about that.
His kids coming immediately up at the quarterback position.
I do. That was one thing I was a little on, was immediately saying, this is your quarterback.
Yeah.
How do you get a backup at that point?
I mean, you'll get somebody. You know what I mean?
But who wants to play for? Like, you can't even fight for the starting position.
Yeah, I mean,
like who? Like, I feel like if he goes down, if he gets hurt, you're done.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, I got to see this. I got to see who he hires as offensive line coach, hire in the DC, and this is going to be a hotbed for portals. This is going to be a hotbed for
I think so.
And I think the big thing is there is Barstool money going to be going into.
Part of that, though, did you see that all the players have to sign waivers?
What now?
Because they're being filmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I do think that's big for kids nowadays. I think that's big for like the new generation of like you're building a brand along with your football experience.
Exactly.
I like it. I like the move.
Yeah.
My two things, it's the quarterback. And yes, he did great at Jackson State. Mm-hmm. But what he could do at Jackson State is bring in more talent than anyone in the SWAC can compete with.
But
I don't think you could do that in the Pac-12.
He brought College Game Day to the SWAC.
He did. No, he did great. He was amazing at Jackson State.
There. I think if he gets the right coaching staff, he's going to succeed there. So
he did get Colorado to start to say that, hey, we're going to look at our requirements for entry and like application and whatnot to get more recruits in.
Okay.
So Colorado's changing that. It looks like they're in the process of changing it. I think they're going to have NIL collectives. I think it'll work. I'm rooting for Deion. I'm worried with all the publicity behind him and all the hype. Like, he could just be an all right coach, and that would be a major disappointment.
I think he's going to be good.
I think he's going to be good, too. I think he's going to be good. But what is good for Colorado? Like, if he's not top 3 in the Pac-12, that's a disappointment, right?
I think if they can get to the standard being 8 wins.
I think if he's not consistently vying for the Pac-12 championship, that's a disappointment.
I think like,
especially with UCLA and USC leaving.
Oh yeah, I mean, once those guys leave, that's got to be the bar.
Like that has to be the bar, is consistently qualifying and playing and like being in the running for Pac-12 championships. Like,
yeah, that's got to be the bar as soon as he's,
because like as like you were great at Jackson State. I also like I think his son will be good. I do wonder
how good.
Like how good? Like you're playing, you go from playing SWAC team, and like no disrespect to the FCS or the SWAC, but the last couple of years the SWAC really hasn't been very good.
I know. And then also like
now you're playing like a Utah and Oregon every year.
And they brought that one kid in too. Who was the number one recruit that went there?
That wide receiver, right?
Yeah, he plays.
I forget the name. Too. Yeah,
Hunter or something. Hunter Smith, maybe.
I think you're right. Do you want to go through Colorado's schedule real quick?
Oh, real quick. Well, we're talking about Colorado and their quarterback.
Because we'll talk about the coaching carousel in general, too.
Brandon Lewis to Houston. I mean, he's obviously transferring.
Yeah, he's transferring. there's going to be so many transfers. So you'll kind of know what Dion's about right away.
Yeah.
Their first game next year, have you looked at their schedule?
No.
It's at TCU.
Jesus.
At TCU and then home to Nebraska.
No, that's an easy win.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to murder you. That's another reason I'm going to be sour on the Dion. Because it sucks that I have to hate Deion Sanders now. I hate it. But they play USC and Oregon and UCLA and Utah. Like, it's not going to be an easy schedule.
Well, first of all, before we go through this, let's just say props to them. They're trying to hit a home run here with this.
Yeah, props on them for like taking a swing. I will give Colorado props. This is a great move for Colorado. I don't think anybody saw this one coming.
No.
So we'll go from this to the coaching carousel, and then we'll talk some transfer portal stuff. We're just going to go through all the coaches right now. This is I'm going to make this like a weekly segment. Tulsa fired Phil Montgomery. They brought in Kevin Wilson, who is the Ohio State offensive coordinator.
Like it.
I kind of like it. I dig it. Scott Satterfield to Cincinnati from Louisville.
That kind of shook me. I'm a little higher on him than everybody else.
He did not get fired, by the way, for everyone listening. He left. He voluntarily left Louisville to go.
Well, I mean, like, they weren't happy.
Voluntarily. They did not renew his contract. He was on the hot seat, yes.
I'm going to say this. Like, the situation he went into and where he left it is better.
I think he really – I don't think he ever got a really fair shot. What was it, year 2 that he was very honest and upfront about entertaining offers to go to other schools?
Yeah.
And then after that, it just – nothing was going to work out.
Everything's portfolio down.
Because like, now you don't have support of the boosters, and now you're going to get like players transferring out immediately. Like, it just – you can't do that.
No.
So I think I'm with you. I'm a little higher on Scott Satterfield than a lot of people. But – there is someone on down that we'll get to later on this list that I kind of like a little bit better, especially for a Cincinnati, but whatever. Louisville, do we just think that they're going to go after Braum again?
Yeah, I think they're going to go after Braum.
This is two.
This is the
second time they're going after. I think he takes it.
I think he does too. I also think, but I will say this. I think if Colorado didn't act on Deion, they would have gone to Deion.
You think Louisville would have gone to Deion?
Yeah.
I could see it. I really think like they're going to go after Braum. I think that's their number one.
Yep.
Jamie Chadwell's out at Coastal. He moves over to Liberty.
That shocked me. I thought he was going to go Power 5 for sure.
I feel like this is a lateral move at best.
Yeah. It kind of blows my mind he's going there. I would
like I guess Liberty maybe has more money.
Yeah. Oh, for sure it has more money.
It has more money, but
why isn't he going to a Power 5?
Why isn't he going to Louisville?
Yeah.
I don't like the move. I'm just going to say I don't like it. Maybe it's I don't like Liberty, and I thought Chadwell was a little bit above it. I think this is a lateral move, and I don't know why he needed to make it. I loved him at Coastal. If he's going to stay at this level.
Why not stay at Coastal?
Yeah, you're in a good conference like the Sun Belt out of all the G5s. It's one of the top 2, in my opinion.
Yep.
Like, come on. So Coastal gets Tim Beck.
I hate it.
Yeah, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I had Tim Beck as an OC at Nebraska for however many years under Pelini, and I hate Tim Beck. And if you look at any fan base, Texas hated Tim Beck. Ohio State hated Tim Beck. Not a great guy. CBS Sports, you want to know the grade they gave this one?
D.
An F. They give it an F.
Jeez, dude.
Tipex sucks. Seth Luttrell out at North Texas.
They never give Fs.
It's bad. It's real bad.
I will say this. That one kind of surprised me.
It did, but if you were kind of paying attention to the North Texas, like...
Well, they said he had to get 8 wins.
Yeah, basically. Like, he was... It may look weird that Seth, like, you appear in a conference championship game and get fired, but the AD that was, like, buddy with him, that was kind of keeping everyone off his back, did leave to go to West Virginia.
Yeah.
So once that's done, new AD, new coach, and they're joining a new conference.
Yeah.
So, interesting. We already talked about Jamie Chadwell going to Liberty, whatever. Deion's great at Colorado. Alex Golsh to USF, replacing Jeff Scott, the Tennessee offensive coordinator. I think it's fine.
Maybe.
It could be. This is one that, like, I have no idea.
I want someone with how can I say this?
Florida ties?
Florida ties.
Yeah, I want someone that knows Florida.
I mean, you look at what USTA did, hiring that guy out of the high school ranks.
Yep.
Why doesn't Florida do that? South Florida do that? You know, I don't know.
South Florida is a poorly run university when it comes to athletics. That's what I'm going to say about that. Speaking of which, though, Texas State hires G.J. Kinney from Incarnate Word.
Interesting.
I like the move.
They have a interesting offense.
Texas FCS knows the landscape.
Yeah, good work.
And now we're at the coach that I wonder why Cincinnati didn't pick him up. Tom Herman is FAU's new coach. I think Tom Herman might be a better coach than Scott Satterfield.
Yeah, maybe.
Look at his Houston days. Look at his time at Houston.
Yeah, maybe.
And if you think about it,
joining Deion Sanders' staff too, BT Dubs.
What?
Taggart's going to be an offensive assistant on Sanders' staff.
I don't care. I'm done with Willie Taggart. I think Tom Herman's a better coach than Scott Satterfield. I look at his Houston days, and if you think about it, I think Tom Herman might be the best Texas coach in the last decade.
Really?
Well, who else is there? You got Charlie Strong, you got Tom Herman, and you have fucking...
Yeah, that's right, dude.
Yeah. Think about it.
Look at Jim, dude.
I think Tom Herman's the best Texas coach in the last decade. Okay, this one's the most crazy one to me. This one made 0 sense. UAB hires Trent Dilfer.
Awful.
As their head coach.
Those kids were pissed.
Yeah, they wanted the interim.
Those kids were pissed. He is a successful coach at
the high school level
in Nashville. This is a big risk. This is a huge risk. They're taking a huge gamble here. I didn't even know he wanted to get into college coaching, to be honest with you.
How come you're not saying this about Deion? I'm kidding.
But you know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, I didn't even know he wanted to get into college. I
didn't either.
Cool. Like, I don't know. The whole thing to me is just, I don't know. Like, it's just a weird hire to me. It's just really weird.
It made 0 sense in my mind. Brent Key, the Georgia Tech interim coach, gets the bump to full time.
I like it. I thought they were going to hire the Tulane coach. Like the move.
I like the move too. They were like, after they fired Jeff Collins and he took over, they had a really good last half of the season for what they were. The players, I think, want to play for him, and this is a good way to keep the recruiting class too.
Yep.
Hugh Freeze to Auburn.
Awful. I'm going to say it. You know, they're hiring someone that can beat Saban. Freeze has done this, but all those people saying morale, this good person. You look at what Hugh Freeze has done. It's like, what?
Yeah,
it's I don't know.
It's the opposite.
Yeah.
I think there's the fact that he isn't allowed to run his own social media is very telling and hilarious.
There was this thing, like, remember during the year he was like DMing
that was last summer. I think we talked about that on one of our shows.
Yeah, he was
DMing a girl suing Liberty for like sexual assault cases.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Liberty's a high-key scumbag university. You know who their AD is, right?
Who's their AD?
Liberty's AD, their athletic director, is the same athletic director that was at Baylor during the Art Briles shit.
Oh, man, slimy piece of shit.
Yeah, and Hugh Freeze is a slimy piece of shit, and Auburn's a slimy piece of shit university. There's a non-zero chance some scandal comes out about Hugh Freeze and he doesn't even coach next year. I don't think it's a high likelihood, but there's a chance.
Oh, there's a definite probability, dude.
I don't know, man. I do not know. Marcus Arroyo out at UNLV. Damn shame, because it looked like they were kind of headed on the right track, but he needed to make a bowl game.
This year was just a utter disappointment. Again, like,
you can't lose to Hawaii. You can't lose to Hawaii this year.
Oh no, that was a bad loss.
I think if he beats Hawaii and makes it to a bowl game, I think he has his job still. I think he had to make a bowl game.
I'll say this, dude. Like, the one I still don't get why they didn't give Tony Sanchez more time.
I'm with you too.
I mean, he was 20-40 there in 4 years. That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
You get rid of him to some guy, to Marcus Arroyo, that goes 7-23.
We'll breeze through a lot of these because I think we're going to bring these up every week. Tim Lester out at Western Michigan, no replacement yet. Luke Fickell, we already talked about, probably the best hire of the entire round, in my opinion.
Maybe.
Who are you putting? Dion over him?
I'm putting Dion over him. Yeah.
I don't know. I think Luke Fickell's more of a sure thing.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest Fickell guy.
I'm a big Fickell guy.
I'm not a big Fickell guy,
especially going to a Big Ten school. Kenny Dillingham, we were kind of on. I wonder who goes to Stanford. I like Matt Rule at Nebraska, and then Biff Pogge's just a fun name to say.
I think Rule to Nebraska was a great hire.
I think that was a great hire too.
Yeah,
I'm very excited that we get to see both him and Dion go against each other next year, like right away. Now for the fucking transfer portal that opened today or yesterday when you're watching and listening to this, because I'm not going to talk about every position. I want to talk about the quarterbacks and just go through the list of quarterbacks that are in the transfer portal. And only one quarterback has actually at another school has confirmed where they're going, and that is Cade McNamara. He's going to Iowa.
Okay.
So we got Devin Leary transferring from NC State. He's out. DJ, he was good.
He was a real high recruit when he came out.
He was a 4-star recruit. He was basically their entire offense all year.
Yeah.
DJU out at Clemson. Done.
Yeah, he is going back west.
So I think he goes to UCLA.
I was thinking UCLA. I will say this: one of the big dominoes I feel needs to fall for the quarterback stuff is what Bo Nix does. I don't know if you heard.
That's a big one.
I don't know if you heard the rumor. Oregon's going after Joe Brady to be the offensive coordinator next year.
You did say that. I think you mentioned that on the show earlier.
If I'm Bo Nix, and right now I'm a very fringe quarterback prospect, and I got Joe Brady.
I'm staying.
All that I'm staying to try to up myself.
So when I go through this list, you'll recognize quickly there's a lot of ACC quarterbacks transferring. Yeah. A lot. Hudson Card out at Texas. Makes sense.
Where do you think he goes?
I think he could go. I think he could start at a lot of places. I think Hudson Card's pretty decent. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's decent. He's good. I know.
Where's he from?
I know he could start at Michigan State. That's for sure.
Maybe he should go to Michigan State. So he's from Lake Travis. Maybe he goes to what other Texas schools need a quarterback?
Definitely not Texas Tech.
Duggan? Is Duggan retired? Is he graduating?
I think so. Maybe he goes to TCU.
Maybe he goes to TCU. Maybe he goes to SMU.
Oh, SMU would be good. Goes to Texas State.
There you go. Max Duggan, this year he's a senior this year. I don't know if he has one extra year of eligibility.
Mm-hmm.
He probably does because of COVID.
Yep.
Also, every time I hear about Max Duggan, I hate everything because do you know where he's from?
Where?
He's from Council Bluffs, Iowa. Do you know how far that is from Lincoln, Nebraska?
What, an hour?
It's about 2.5. It's about 2 hours. Maybe.
So he could have gone there.
And I don't think anyone went after him. I'm very pissed every time. Same shit with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Luke Altmaier at Ole Miss, which makes sense. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Jeff Sims at Georgia Tech, the quarterback, transferring.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm wondering what's up with that. Maybe this is a situation like that Georgia Tech wide receiver where you're kind of showing yourself. You show that you have some oomph.
Yeah.
I don't know where he starts. I don't know where some of these guys start. Like I don't like DJU. He's got, like if Chip Kelly doesn't think he can do anything, I don't know if DJU is good enough to start at a lot of schools. From what we've seen.
I mean, he could. Well, okay, so let's say
Power Five.
Let's say UCLA doesn't go after him. He could go to Cal.
Yeah, but the drop from Clemson to Cal, I don't like these guys are like.
For me and DJU, I think he needs to go to a school where he's not going to be front page material.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Some of these kids.
No, I know what you mean. That's the same thing that I was saying about last year with Adrian Martinez going to Kansas State.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brennan Armstrong out at Virginia. You were talking Syracuse. That's probably the move.
I mean, that's where the old OC went. Just absolutely makes sense.
Malik Hornsby out at Arkansas. Makes sense because KJ's coming back.
That really shocked me. I thought KJ was going for sure.
KJ is coming back, baby. Keaton Slovis out at Pitt. Done. Transfer. He's in the portal. I didn't see that one coming.
Interesting.
Wonder where he goes. Cade McNamara, we already talked about. Drew Pine, no longer at Notre Dame.
Yeah, interesting. There's a lot of quarterback turnover.
Maybe some of these quarterbacks. Notre Dame's going to be in the market for a quarterback. Graham Mertz out at Wisconsin. Another guy where's Graham Mertz going? Where's he going?
Dude. Kentucky.
I mean, okay.
Dude, am I wrong? I totally see him going to Kentucky.
I see it too. That would suck for Kentucky fans. Hank Bachmeier out at Boise State. Makes sense. He sucked.
I got one for him.
Where's he going?
Staying in the Mountain West.
Wyoming?
San Diego State.
Oh, I mean, their offense won't get any better, but okay. Brennan Lewis transferring out of Colorado. Makes 100% sense because you're not starting, baby. You're not playing.
I mean,
you're not going to play.
Houston.
So
He'll go to Houston.
I could see that. Haynes King out at Texas A&M.
I think Texas A&M is going to have a more than 3/4 of their team in the portal.
I think they're going to have a shitload of players in the portal. And then Deacon Hill at Wisconsin also out, and Jack Tuttle at Indiana out.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. I mean, there's going to be domino after domino after domino after domino that falls. I think the first big domino that needs to fall,
Trayshawn Holden just transferred as well from Alabama wide receiver to Iowa.
Oh, that's interesting.
A 4-star Alabama wide receiver, Alabama to Iowa.
That's very interesting.
Not the position to school connection I would have thought.
No, not at all.
Interesting. Lots of ACC quarterbacks transferring.
Yeah. And who knows? Some of these kids may go to a Sun Belt or MAC. We really just don't know.
We don't. Okay. That's enough of that, but we have games to handicap, Eric.
All right. So my thing is when I have a bet locked in a game, I'm gonna say I actually bet this game. That's my thing.
So everyone listening, I am betting every single bowl game. Eric, I want you to, if you've already bet it, I want you to say the line that you got it at and if you would still bet it.
Okay.
If it's a bet that you would actually make. Eric will pass on some of these because he's a very discerning bettor. He has a keen eye. I am a gambling addicted degenerate, and I need action in every bowl game. So this is a preface. We call this a preface in the business, letting everyone know what we're about going forward.
Well, first thing, we got this Army-Navy game.
That's the first one. Army-Navy coming up. It's a pick'em right now from what I'm seeing. Maybe like I see Navy +1, whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's a pick'em. Over under of 33.
I mean, right I feel like you have to go. I feel like you have to go Navy.
I'm going to go Navy.
Yeah. I mean, Navy.
You think they do it 2 years in a row?
I could see it. Army was bad this year, man.
They were both bad.
Navy,
Navy was pretty bad.
Navy played some games. I'm telling you, man, they played good against Notre Dame, dude.
I think the only good service academy this year, again, was Air Force.
Now you're going to hate me for saying this. I think the under juice has gotten real in this. I kind of like the over.
I don't want to play anything in the total. Once it dips below like 34, I don't like playing it. I think the under is very much alive.
No,
I'm not going to play it.
I'm probably going to take the over.
I'm not going to play the total. I'm just going to take Navy and go from there. Now, also, Eric, I want you to like say your thoughts on how fun you think the bowl matchups could be with each one we go to. So starting off, it's the Bahamas Bowl, Miami of Ohio versus UAB.
I took Miami of Ohio here. UAB struggles with mobile quarterbacks. We don't know how these kids are going to react on UAB, not getting the coach they want, getting Guilford. There's a lot of questions there. I think, just based on the UAB's product of work, struggling with motor quarterbacks, you have to play Miami, Ohio here. I bet him at 10.5.
I got 10 right now.
Anything over 10 is a buy for me.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking Miami plus the 10. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on that money line, baby.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Sprinkle a little bit on that money line. Not playing a total in this one. So up next we have the Cure Bowl. I think this is a great matchup. Troy UTSA is a banger. Right now Troy is -1, over under 54.5.
I think this game is going to be a phenomenal game. I think it's really under the radar. I kind of want to take UTSA, but I did not do anything.
This is a really tough one for me. I think Troy
is a really good team. Is lights out.
Oh, God.
Troy defensively is lights out. USTA's defense struggles.
Their offense is great.
But is this a thing, because I think this line, to me, how can I say this? I don't know. I think we just saw the best game that Troy is capable of playing.
That's true. But the line still being 1, I would still favor Troy. Coming into this.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't want anything to do with this.
I'm going to take Troy. I'm going to take Troy minus the 1. Oh, just as an aside, I know we talked about it earlier. Do you know how old North Texas's quarterback is, by the way?
32.
He's 29.
I mean, dude, he looked bad last game.
Wait, no, is it UTSA? No, it's North Texas.
Yeah, he looked bad, man.
Yeah, Austin Awney. I mean, he's an old man out there.
Dude, he's like Uncle Rico old.
Did you know he could still play another year?
Jesus, dude. He's going to be 30.
He could be a 30-year-old starting quarterback in college football. I think that's awesome. And that's something I love about the sport. It's wonky. It's weird. Because he played professional baseball. He played in the minor leagues.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't start his college football career until 2018. Louisville, Cincinnati in the Fenway Bowl. Louisville's -2, over under 45.
I want
plus 110 on the money line.
I want nothing. I want absolutely nothing to do with this game.
Give me Louisville -2. Boom.
Nothing.
Punch it in. Louisville -2. And it's done. The Celebration Bowl. We already talked about this one. It's Jackson State, NC Central.
I mean,
Jackson State -16.5.
Nothing.
I'm not. This is not a quote unquote real bowl game. This is the HBCU Bowl. I will bet that the halftime drumline show will be awesome.
Yeah.
And that is my only bet in this game. The New Mexico Bowl, BYU SMU. SMU right now -1 over under of 71. Man, I want to take that over. But I'm not. 71's a lot of points.
71's a lot of points. For me, that's a live trading game.
Yes. Live total.
That total will drop because like what you
long-time listeners know that this is an Uncle Rico classic move.
When the total is this high, you need so much stuff to go right. So if there is a couple possessions at the beginning of the game when they don't score, this is going to dip down. That's when you take that over.
I'm also going to take BYU straight up.
Yeah, you're a BYU lover.
I am. It's coming back now. Also sneaking again, the Las Vegas Bowl. Florida, Oregon State -10 over under 52.
This line has moved.
Pretty sure Richardson is not playing.
Yep, we talked about it yesterday. But I mean, even then, this line opened at 7.5. It's moved all the way to 10.5. That's
a nuts number. Over under at 52 plus 290 for Florida.
I mean, just seeing this number screams to take Florida. But like I said, like I don't know who's going to be opting out of Florida. No Richardson, obviously. Yeah, this is just a pass for me. I don't want anything to do with this.
I think Florida without Richardson's really bad, but 10 points is a lot. I'm going to take the over 52. That's my bet in this one. I don't think Oregon State's defense is that great. No. Over or under? Over or under? Florida without Richardson, terrible offense. Give me the under 52. I'm going to bet under. Under 52. Next, we have the LA Bowl, Fresno State, Washington State. I think this one's a banger. Right now, Fresno State -1 over under 54.5.
I would like Fresno State here, but again, this is something I did not bet.
I'm taking the over, and I am also going to take Fresno State. Back in the boy, Jay Cater. Playing for points, baby. The Lending Tree Bowl, Rice, Southern Miss. Right now, Southern Miss is -6 over under 46.5.
I like 7's my buying point. If this gets to 7, I'll bet Rice. There's no bet yet. Rice is going to want to be there. They have never been there.
I'm with Eric here. 7's my buying point for Rice. I will, however, be betting the under 46.5.
Yeah, I see that because Southern Miss is a great defense. So yeah,
both these teams are good defenses, and the way Southern Miss plays offense, they don't want to they play for time.
Yeah.
Boise State, North Texas at the Frisco Bowl. Right now, Boise State is -10 over under 56.5.
North Texas just fired their coach. God only knows what these kids are going through. Boise State peaking toward the end of the year did kind of lay a dud in the Mountain West game, which is fine because I was on Fresno.
They do generally roll bowl games, though.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, this is just a pass for me.
I'm gonna bet the -10, and I'm gonna bet Boise -10. That's my bet. Boise -10. I might come back to that total. The Uncle Rico Myrtle Beach Bowl. UConn, Marshall -10 over under 40.5 plus 280 on the money line for UConn.
I have UConn on the money line, and I bet UConn here. Those are locked in, locked, sealed, and delivered. There's two teams that they're going to treat this like a Super Bowl this year, and UConn is one of them.
You think there's only two?
Yeah.
The other's Tulane, right?
No, Kansas.
I mean, Tulane's going to treat this like a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, that game against USC, there's a lot of questions.
That's a Super Bowl for Tulane, though. That's a Super Bowl for Tulane. I will not stand
that
for anything
line
different.
is way too short, dude. Like that, way too short.
Eastern Michigan, San Jose State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Right now, San Jose State is -4 over under 54.5 plus 150 on the money line. I'm sticking to my guns here. It's got me through the whole goddamn season. I fade Eastern Michigan as a favorite. I take them as a dog. Give me Eastern Michigan plus the 4. Give me Eastern Michigan money line.
I like it. I respect it.
Thank you. Oh, I live for your respect, Eric. I do.
You know,
that's not sarcastic.
Respect is earned, buddy.
Damn right. Up next, the Boca Raton Bowl. Toledo, Libibity. Toledo -4 right now. Over under 53.5. Man, I wanted to take Toledo as a dog. I don't like this game.
How much lines move. I looked at this morning. It was 1.5.
It's insane.
Teams are So
lines move daily, and these games are weeks away.
Yeah. So I would lean Toledo, but no, I don't. Why
I lean Toledo, but there's a chance this number comes back down.
Yeah, heavy chance this number comes back down. There's nothing I want to do with this.
I'm gonna bet the over 53.5 though.
This next one is another. I looked at this. I kid you not. This afternoon, when we're in the Central Time Zone at about 3:45, 4. I was going over lines and everything. This was at 3.5.
So right now he's talking about the New Orleans Bowl, South Alabama, Western Kentucky. Right now, South Alabama is 7.5-point favorites. This is over under 55 plus 230 on the money line for
4 points in 5 hours.
Yeah, lines move insanely quick.
What? I know a Western Kentucky. Who's Western Kentucky's quarterback?
The guy that we said transferred out.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's transfer portal day.
Yeah, that's why.
I like the over still.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Still like the over. I'm betting the over. Air Force Baylor in the Armed Forces Bowl. Right now, Baylor is -6.5, over under 49.5. I'm taking that under.
I'm going to take Air Force. I'm going to wait to see if this gets to 7. Service academies and bowl games. Don't overthink it.
I'm with Eric on this one.
No bet. No bet in this. I'm waiting to get
the buy-in is 7. If you see a 7, take it.
Yes.
Otherwise, don't. But I am betting the under right now as it stands at 49.5.
Yeah.
If you can find a 50, take that shit. Houston, Lafayette, Independence Bowl. Houston -6.5, over under 60.5, plus 210 on the money line for ULL.
I don't know,
Dana. Man.
I don't trust Dana. This is a pass.
I don't trust either of these I hate these teams.
Houston, one of the bigger disappointments this year.
One of the top disappointments in my mind. I hate this game. I hate that I'm making myself bet it. I'm gonna take Houston. I think Houston at their best is way better than Lafayette at their best. But I am worried because Houston at their worst is way worse than Lafayette at their worst. So I'm taking the shot that we get good Houston here.
That's probably the smartest thing you've ever said.
That's the range of Houston this entire year has been nuts. The Gasparilla Bowl, Wake Forest, Missouri. Right now, Wake is a 2.5-point favorite, over under 63, plus 120 on the money line. This makes me think that the fact that they're favored makes me think that Hartman's playing.
Yeah, why would he?
Does he transfer out?
I thought he was transferring.
Sam Hartman, let's see. He says he will not return to Wake Forest.
He said he's not going to return to Wake Forest?
He said he's not. November 15th, he said he's not returning to Wake Forest.
Maybe he's going pro?
He might be going pro. He's a junior. He could go pro. I think what's his draft stock? Decent?
Yeah, it's got to be, dude.
If he's going pro, I think there's a chance he could play in this game. I'm going to take Missouri straight up.
Transfer to Florida?
That's what I heard, but I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I'm taking Missouri straight up, though. Just the way these two teams are coming into like the end of the season.
This guy has him as the 32nd.
No I don't think that'd be terrible. I don't think this is a very particular
best quarterback.
Oh,
there's no way.
No way. He's better than a lot of quarterbacks. I don't think this is a particularly strong quarterback class, though.
I don't think it's as strong as everyone initially thought it was.
Did people think this was initially a very strong class?
Yeah, because everyone was high on Levis. And
like, if we look at... So, right now, top 5, PFF big board, Bryce Young, Will Levis, C.J. Stroud, Tanner McKee at Stanford. Okay. And then Hendon Hooker.
Let me go. Let me bring up. What does...
Like, I don't know. Anthony Richardson's probably going to go pro. Tyler Van Dyke at Miami. Spencer Rattler might go pro. Grayson McCall. Cam Ward at Washington State.
I mean, what does this say?
Michael Penix.
Michael Penix. Penix is coming back.
I think he's coming back. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think it's a particularly strong class. Either way, I'm on Missouri. I might also take the under if I'm on Missouri. You know what? I am. I'm going to take the under 63. Oh god, this bowl game stinks.
What bowl game's that?
The Hawaii Bowl, Middle Tennessee State versus San Diego State. San Diego State's -7.
You want to talk about
over under of 49 plus 210 on the money line.
Uncle Rico beating the market. Ask me what Uncle Rico got this line at.
What'd you get the line at?
I got San Diego State -1.5.
That's a way better number. I'm not if this is this line. I love San Diego State at -1. I loved it. I love you taking that. I'm gonna take the under.
I mean, but at 7, is that what you said it was?
It's 7 right now.
Yeah, yeah. I would not play this game at all where it is.
No. I don't even know I don't even know a number where I'd be comfortable getting Middle Tennessee.
No, Middle Tennessee is a big question mark. San Diego, like if anything,
if it somehow gets to 10, then I'll take them.
No,
somehow, anything's possible with these bowl games.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play the under though, under 49. I like that. New Mexico State Bowling Green in the Quick Lane Bowl. Bowling Green right now is -2, over under 48.
Dude, like that's a weird. I would lean Bowling Green.
I would lean Bowling Green as well.
But there's no way I'm going to bet it.
I am going to bet it. Fuck you. I love you. Because we're in this together. We bet it right now. Georgia Southern Buffalo in the Camellia Bowl. Right now, Georgia Southern's -3, over under of 67.5, plus 150 on the money line for Buffalo.
If this gets to 3, I'm taking Southern.
It's 3 right now.
Oh, I'm seeing a 3.5.
There's 3s out there. If you fish,
I would take Southern then.
I am taking Southern. Utah State Memphis in the First Responders Bowl. Right now, Memphis is -7, over under of 62, plus 225 on the money line.
I love college football, but I'm not going to lie. If this game was being played in my backyard, I probably would not watch it.
I'm with you. This one sucks, but I got to bet it. Utah State, disappointing, but all right throughout the year. Memphis has been with glimpses. I lean Memphis. I'm gonna wait, see if I don't know if there's a chance it goes down. I think it just stays 7. I'm gonna take Memphis here. Give me Memphis.
Oh shit! Christy Alley died.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that sucks.
Sorry.
This one blew up. The Birmingham Bowl, ECU, Coastal Carolina. ECU -9.5, baby. Over under a 59.5, plus 275 on the money.
Obviously, McCall is not playing. That's what this line is saying.
Well, also no coach for.
Yeah, but I mean, if you got McCall there, I mean, I don't think Caldwell's worth 2 points.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think McCall's playing. What's going on with Grayson McCall?
Dude, it's great. Like on the app, we won't talk about. Like it shows you your closing line value. My closing line value on San Diego State is 21.4%.
Look at you.
It's fucking A,
man. Yeah, I don't think McCall plays. I don't think he plays, which makes me want to take ECU here.
Yeah, no, just don't do anything.
Every game, Eric, every game. I got to do it.
Okay, well, let's think. If McCall doesn't, How many points do you think East Carolina can score?
I think they can score a lot. I don't think Coastal's defense is very good.
So, okay, with no McCall, how many points do you think Coastal can score?
On this Eastern defense that's been suspect at times, a decent amount, I think the over is the better play.
Okay, well, then that's how you play it.
59.5. Give me points. This game also sucks. Oklahoma State, Wisconsin, the guaranteed rate bowl. Right now, Wisconsin's sitting at -3, over under 43.5. Both quarterbacks are out.
Sanders, 100%?
I think he declared. For the draft.
Okay.
Let me confirm. Because college sports, they need to get a hold on this somehow, just information-wise, because I don't know who's in, who's out, what's going on with the portal and the draft.
This is just the new way, man.
I just want information. I'm cool with kids transferring and doing all this other stuff. He's entering the transfer. He's transferring.
Spencer Sanders is.
He's transferring, yeah. He's in the transfer portal.
That's pretty big. That's a big one.
I don't... give me the under. I don't care. Under 43. It's 43.5. I'm still going to take the under.
Yep.
Central Florida Duke Military Bowl. UCF -1. Over under of 62. I like Duke. Give me Duke straight up.
3, so there's money coming in on Duke.
What was that?
This line was at 3. There's money coming in on Duke.
I still like Duke as any kind of dog. I think they win straight up. Kansas, Arkansas, Libimity Bowl. Arkansas -4.5, over under of 68. I'm gonna take the over in this game.
I took Kansas plus 4.5. Obviously, I missed the half a point here. I legitimately thought Jefferson was going. I didn't think he was going back. You have some kids transferring out of Arkansas. I'm hearing rumblings are a little displeased with the offensive coordinator. I'm hearing Sanders may not play. I'll take Kansas, man. I mean, this is huge for them. Anytime I said anytime getting points with Kansas, I'm in.
Yeah, I'll bet the over, and I'll take Kansas plus the points. I don't know if they win specifically, but I do kind of like fading some SEC teams in these bowl matchups, because especially ones that are coming off like a disappointing season, like Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
I might dabble on Kansas money line, but I'll just come back to that. North Carolina, Oregon. I think this is also a sneaky good game, depending on what Bo Nix does. The Holiday Bowl. Right now, Oregon is -11, over under of 71.5, plus 315 on the money line. I gotta take UNC here.
Kind of do have to take UNC. You don't know what Bo Nix is going to do. If Bo Nix doesn't play, this line's going to drop. Honestly, if I'm Nix and I'm thinking about it, if I want any hope of playing on the next level, I'm coming back for one more year.
If they get Brady.
Which I think they will.
This is another situation where I'm going to live bet the total, probably. Okay. Mississippi, Ole Miss versus Texas Tech in the Texas Bowl. Right now, Ole Miss is -4, over under of 70. Jesus Christ, plus 160 on the money line.
I kind of want to take Tech.
I'm going to take Tech. I'm going to take them plus the points. I'm going to take them straight up. I also want to take under.
No investment as of now, though.
I want to take the under. I will invest now. I will invest in the future. I will invest in the past. I will lay multiple lines on the same game.
Yeah, look at you.
I declare it here. I'm not touching the total in this one. Minnesota, Syracuse, right now in the Pinstripe Bowl. Minnesota's -7.5, over under 42.5, plus 250 on the money line. That's too many points for a Minnesota team to be laying.
But also, it's a Syracuse team that limped.
I don't care. This Minnesota team doesn't play the style that lets them blow teams out by more than a touchdown.
I don't want anything to do with this game.
Give me Syracuse plus 7.5. Oklahoma, Florida State, the Cheez-It Bowl. Have you seen the room that some players are like staying in for the Cheez-It Bowl?
No. What is it?
Boom.
Shut up.
No, that's legit render of the room.
No, it's not.
Yeah, 2 players from each team are staying in these rooms.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes. I don't think I could sleep in that room.
I can't sleep at all. There's no way I'm going to sleep in that room.
Look at this. Jeez. Nightmares. Terrifying. Florida State -7, over under of 65, plus 240 on the money line.
I would definitely lead Florida State here, but I don't want anything to do.
God. I think Oklahoma State's really going to want to win this one. Sorry, I think Oklahoma's really going to want to win this one. Florida State basically has to win to kind of make this season not like to make the momentum they had during the season worth it.
Uh-huh.
Give me Florida State. Give me Florida State here. I don't love it. But I will bet it. Washington, Texas, the Alamo Bowl. I think this is a banger. Texas is -6 right now, over under 68. Give me Washington plus the 6. Give me Washington money line. Give me the over.
I took Washington at 3.5. I mean, I this line went totally different than I thought because I thought it was going to drop once it was confirmed that Penix was playing.
I thought so too.
And now it makes me think like, there's no way Robinson's going to play.
I don't think so. I feel like this is a weird one.
Yeah.
I also like the over 68 in this matchup. Washington and overs just go hand in hand. Maryland, NC State. I think this is a sneaky good bowl game. Old ACC hatred. Maryland -1.5 over under 48 plus 105 on the money line for NC State. Kind of want to take Maryland here.
I would lean Maryland, but again, no bet.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take Maryland. Fire it off. Boom. Done. Pitt, UCLA, baby. UCLA -6.5 over under 58 plus 250 on the money line. I'm gonna take UCLA here.
Yeah, I like UCLA here too.
I'll take UCLA anything under a touchdown.
Anything under a tutty?
Yeah. South Carolina, Notre Dame. Notre Dame -3.5 over under 52 plus 150 on the money line. Give me South Carolina straight up.
Yeah. Does Rattler play? Probably.
You know Drew Pine's not playing. I don't know if that matters because like Notre Dame has played without a quarterback all year. Ba-dum-ts.
Look at you just dropping jokes.
Well, I mean, he sucks. He does suck. I kind of want to play the under in this game too, but I'm not going to touch it. Wyoming, Ohio, Arizona Bowl. Speaking of which, Rourke is definitely transferring, right? Like he's out.
He has to. Like yeah.
He's going to transfer.
And his older brother visited the Jags and the Raiders.
Good. I hope, you know what? Hope he goes to the Jags and beats out Trevor Lawrence. It'd be funny.
I hope he comes in to replace Derek Carr and leads the Raiders to the playoffs.
That would also be amazing. I would love that. Wyoming, Ohio. Ohio -1 over under 43.
Yeah, nothing.
I'm going to take the dog in this one. I'm going to take Wyoming straight up. Give it to me, baby. Clemson, Tennessee, the orangiest Orange Bowl that's ever oranged. Clemson right now is -7 over under of 64 plus 250 on the money line. Give me the over. First off,
a lot of points.
I don't know, man. Clemson, it's going to be Klubnik. This is going to be Klubnik's chance to show that Dabo was an idiot all season for not starting him.
So you think he balls out?
I think he might ball out. But I also think Tennessee could, like, offensively do a lot.
Tennessee's DBs are bad, man.
I know. That's why I like the over.
I don't want to bet it.
I bet the over.
I really don't.
Iowa, Kentucky, the Music City Bowl. Probably the lowest total on the board. Have you seen what this total's at?
31.
Holy shit. Kentucky -2.5, over under 31.5, 31, plus 125 on the money line for Iowa. No Spencer Petras, no Will Levis. I think not having your starting quarterback helps Iowa and hurts Kentucky.
Yeah. I mean, and then also we don't know what Chris Rodriguez is going to do.
I'm going to take Iowa straight up.
I took Iowa plus the 1.5 of the openers, and then the news broke about the quarterback. It moved up a point. So I still like my position. Kentucky has some offensive problems. Now you're going to have a backup there. You don't know I don't think Rodriguez is going to play. So yeah, I'll take. God,
do I bet this over?
No.
Yeah, you're right. Kansas State, Alabama, the Sugar Bowl. Alabama -4, over under 54.5, plus 165 on the money line for the Wildcats.
I took Kansas State at 6.
Love Kansas State at 6. I don't know if I love them much at 4. I'm going to dabble with them on the money line. I'm going to bet the over 54.5.
I like that.
If I could live bet K-State, I will. Also want to know what what's the news with Deuce Vaughn? He's got to be playing, right?
I think he plays.
I think these Kansas State guys play. Like, generally, they don't sit out.
Yep.
Oh, no. He's definitely...
Is not playing?
Junior running representative. What are we talking about here? What is this? What is this news story? Oh, Jesus Christ! Why'd they call? They said so. Here's the headline for the article: Kansas State running back Deuce Vaughn breaks ankles on touchdown versus TCU. I thought, Jesus Christ!
Jesus.
I am worried about K-State's receiver, Malik Knowles. What his status is?
Yep.
TCU Michigan Fiesta Bowl, also banger. I think both playoff games are actually really good games. Right now, Michigan's sitting at -7.5, over under 59, plus 250 on the money line. I'm gonna be on the over. I'm gonna be on TCU plus the 7.5.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anything under 7, I'm taking whatchamacallit.
Yeah, anything under 7, I like Michigan. Anything 7 or above, I like TCU. Also, a situation where I will say I'm gonna keep this up. It didn't hit last one, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna say first half Michigan, second half TCU.
Okay, interesting.
I'm gonna say TCU wins the game.
Interesting.
Yep. So halftime, full time, regulation. Here we go. Michigan TCU plus 900.
I like it. Excuse me. I like it.
They do have to win in regulation, though, so I can't go to overtime. But it's possible. Where were we? Okay. Next playoff game, Ohio State, Georgia. I think this one's also a good game, if I'm being honest. Georgia's -7, over under of 61.5, plus 210 on the money line for OSU. I'm going to take the over.
I took Ohio State plus a 7.
I'm going to take Ohio State plus 7.
I think that's too many points.
I'm with Eric. I think that's too many points. That Big Ten championship game, I think, is fresh in people's minds.
Yeah.
And the way Georgia just kind of dominated LSU as well. People are already crowning Georgia the national champion.
Yep.
And people were kind of overlooking Ohio State when they won the playoff game as the 4 seed.
Yep. And I guess you said I'm at 12-1.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Old Uncle Rico.
Damn right. Now it's the ReliaQuest Bowl, Mississippi State, Illinois. Styles make fights right now, boys. Mississippi State -1 at the moment, over under of 46.5. Even money for Illinois.
I kind of like Mississippi State.
I like both these teams. I like Illinois' DBs. I like Mississippi State's run defense. I lean towards Mississippi State. I'm going to take Mississippi State -1. Boom. Tulane USC, the Cotton Bowl. I think this is a banger game. This game's going to be awesome. This line, though, is fishy as shit. USC's -2, over under of 62, plus 110 on the line for Tulane.
6. Obviously, this suggests Cable Abrams is going to play. How is USC going to be able to tackle?
How does he not play? Is he just hurt?
Yeah, he's hurt.
Bitch.
But, dude, here's the thing. USC's got so much talent, dude. But defensively, they're so bad.
I'm going to take the over.
Oh, God. I think I'm just going to sit out.
Bet the over. Purdue, LSU in the Citrus Bowl. Right now, LSU is -8. I feel like this is in part, Jeff Brum's probably taking the Louisville job.
Yeah.
Over under 58, plus 265 on the money line.
I would lean to the over if I were to bet anything.
I'm going to bet the over. And if I'm going to bet the over. Because if Jeff Brom does coach in this game, if he ends up coaching in it, then I love the over.
Yeah.
Utah, Penn State in the Rose Bowl.
I got Utah plus 1.5.
Right now they're -3. Over under of 52. I'm taking the over in that.
Yeah,
Rose Bowl, give me the over.
I love Utah here.
I want to take Penn State plus the 3 now.
Yeah, in that position, I probably would.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Penn. I think this is a really close matchup. I just made a bet on every single bowl game. Eric, I'm going to do the dumbest thing imaginable now. I'm going to money line every bowl game into a parlay.
Jesus.
I want your help picking these out. I want this to be a college football tailgate parlay that we can enjoy together. Just money line, straight up. So I don't care what the odds are on the money line. Miami of Ohio, UAB. We're going to dip early and take Miami. What do you think?
We only live once, buddy.
Troy, UTSA.
This one is all you.
That's tough. I'm on Troy. Louisville, Cincinnati.
I say we take Louisville.
I'm with Louisville. BYU, SMU.
I say we take BYU.
I'm going to ride my BYU train. Florida, Oregon State.
Oregon State.
Oregon State straight up. Fresno State, Washington State. We're both on Fresno, right?
Yep.
Rice, Southern Miss is tough.
What's Southern Miss?
I'm going to go Southern Miss. Boise, North Texas. We're both on Boise, I would assume.
Yep.
You took my BYU. We got to ride with your UConn.
Yep.
We got to. Eastern Michigan, San Jose State. We're taking Eastern Michigan.
Yep.
Toledo, Liberty. I
Toledo.
got to go Toledo. South Alabama, Western Kentucky. South Alabama, right?
Yep.
Air Force, Baylor.
Your call.
I think Baylor wins. I
Okay.
do think they win.
Dude, how funny it would be, because I like Air Force here, if this is the only one that doesn't hit.
Oh, I'm going to laugh. Houston, Lafayette.
Your call.
I like Houston to win. I really hate this Lafayette team this year. Wake Forest, Missouri. Jesus Christ.
I would go Wake.
I'm going to go Wake. We'll go Wake for the parlay. Middle Tennessee State, San Diego State. I think San Diego State's a way better team.
Yep.
Okay, New Mexico State, Bowling Green. We're both on Bowling Green, right?
Yep. Oh, we can't parlay anymore, man.
No, that's it. That's it.
Do we just parlay the first 16 games?
First 16 and then the last 16?
Yeah. A $5 parlay wins you $47,000.
I'm throwing a buckaroo on that to win 9,500. So we'll do that. Throwing a buck on that. So now we're on to the next set. Bowling Green over New Mexico State, right?
Yeah. Oh my
Okay.
God. I'd be laughing. So
Georgia. We're both on Georgia Southern, yeah.
Yep.
Utah State, Memphis is tough. I'm on Memphis. I think Memphis wins.
Yep.
ECU. We're both on ECU, right? Over
Yep.
Coastal, yeah. Oklahoma State, Wisconsin, also tough. But I lean towards Wisconsin because I don't think they rely on Graham Mertz as much as Oklahoma State relies on Spencer Sanders.
Yeah, and they kind of forgot to tackle.
UCF, Duke.
Duke
All day. Are we going to go Kansas?
I think we should.
We will. We'll go Kansas. North Carolina, Oregon. Oh, Jesus.
Go Oregon.
I'll go Oregon. Ole Miss, Texas Tech. It's tough. I'm going to go Tech. Minnesota, Syracuse. I'm going to go Minnesota. Oklahoma, Florida State. We're both feeling FSU here, right?
Yeah.
Washington, Texas. I'm on the Huskies.
Yep.
Maryland, NC State.
Maryland.
Yeah. Pitt, UCLA. I'm taking Pitt. I'm taking UCLA. South Carolina, Notre Dame is tough.
I say we take South Carolina.
I was feeling South Carolina. What do you think about the Gamecocks?
Let's go the Gamecock.
Wyoming, Ohio.
Ohio.
Ohio, it is. Clemson, Tennessee.
Clemson.
Yeah, I'm going to trust Klubnik to ball.
Oh, we can't. This is as far as we can go.
Okay, that was the end of that one. So that's the second one right there. So that is, I'm betting a buckaroo to win another $7,800.
Jesus.
Clemson, Tennessee. Clemson. Iowa, Kentucky.
Iowa.
Kansas State, Alabama. K-State, baby.
Yep.
TCU, Michigan. I think the smart move is to take Michigan.
Yep.
Ohio State, Georgia.
Smart moves to take Georgia. I think Ohio State wins the game.
Let's take Ohio State. I'm going to take Ohio State. Mississippi State, Illinois. Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Tulane, USC.
I mean,
this is tough.
I mean, like, it's a fishy line, dude.
It's a fishy line. It is. But god damn it, Tulane won us a 40-1 ticket. I'm backing them. I'm paying it back. Give me Tulane. Can you imagine how disappointed USC is about not making... Like, they went from 2 weeks ago to possibly making the playoff to now they're playing Tulane. Come on. Give me Tulane. Purdue, LSU.
You gotta go LSU.
I go LSU. Utah, Penn State is a tough one. I lead Utah.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Last bit. A Buckaroo to win $292.
A Buckaroo.
A Buckaroo. Also, I'm just going to say I will be like parlaying just the day of as well. So like I'll take everything on the 16th and then on the 17th and then on the 18th and so on and so on and so on. I will be rolling that all together.
I mean, if I had to do a money line round robin dog.
Oh God. You know what? We're going to do that now too. God damn it, Eric. Why did you do that?
If I had to do a money line round, it'd be Ohio State, K-State, Iowa.
You're gonna sprinkle UConn in there?
When I get there.
I bet you will.
When I get there. I'm not there yet, buddy.
Get there. You better get there.
God damn it. Did they just score a touchdown?
I'm not even watching the game. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, there's a flag.
Not even watching the game.
I'm sorry. My apologize to the people. Iowa plus 125. Nothing. I'll take South Carolina plus the 150.
I'll take Iowa instead of Missouri.
I'll take Tech plus 160. Kansas plus 170. Air Force plus 210.
Mine's nasty.
UConn plus 280. Miami, Ohio. 10-teamer round robin. That's way too many teams. I'll have to mess around with this and play around with it a little bit more.
You want to hear mine? I got an 8-teamer.
This isn't gonna let me round robin them. Oh.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Rice at plus 195. North Carolina at plus 315. On the off chance Bo Nix doesn't play.
Okay.
I'm banking on it. Iowa plus 125.
Yep.
Air Force plus 210.
Yep.
Kansas plus 170. Eastern Michigan plus 150. UConn plus, what is that, 280? And then Miami of Ohio plus 300.
Look at you, dude. Look at you.
Laying them down. And then do we want to look at the national championship odds? Do those even matter at this point?
No, you just give them to me.
Georgia minus 135, Michigan plus 275, Ohio State plus 350. Congratulations to Uncle Rico getting that at plus 12-1. TCU is 16-1.
Interesting. A lot of times that stuff kind of speaks to you. With how it is, I mean, it's telling me Ohio State's really under market right here in that line.
Yeah, it is. You're getting basically Ohio State. Because I think Ohio State probably, I don't know, they'd be favored. I think they'd be favored in a rematch with Michigan, and they'd definitely be favored over TCU.
Georgia, TCU, look ahead line if it gets to that. Guess what the line is?
Georgia minus what, like 14?
15.
Christ.
Georgia, Michigan.
Georgia minus 7.5?
Oh my God, they scored an effing touchdown. Are you kidding me with 3 seconds left? God damn it. I took the Saints plus 1,100 to win the South.
That blows for you.
It does, dude. That really does. At least they covered the 4. All because Taysom Hill dropped the ball. Michigan getting 8 at Georgia. Oh, sorry. I kind of blew it. My bad.
No, I said 7.5, so.
If Ohio State plays Michigan again, guess the line.
Ohio State minus 3.5.
Yeah, that's smart. TCU, Ohio State.
Ohio State minus 10.5.
10.
Okay, 10.
So
you want to hear the Heisman odds real quick just to go through them?
yeah.
Caleb Williams is minus 2,500. Max Duggan 12-1, Stetson Bennett 20-1, CJ Stroud 50-1.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know, people. That's all you need to know. God, we're already at bowl season. Well, I feel excited and energized just betting that many games for the next month.
You feel good?
I'm probably gonna bet, like, if the lines change, I'll be betting more.
Jeez, Dad.
Be ready, people. Be ready. Thank you all for watching the College Football Tailgate. Eric, what do you got going on? I think you got a little show later tonight.
We got a little show, the ETOF 2-1 Sports Show. I'm going to talk a little week 13, week 14. I'm going to tell the story of one of the most disgusting beats of my life. Jim, did you see the Broncos-Ravens game?
No, I did not.
The Ravens scored a touchdown, the only touchdown of the game.
Oh, I think you were telling me about this.
And I had no touchdown at 100-1. Yep, that happened. That was fun. No, I would say 3 takeaways. I got a couple futures I'm looking to lock in, and I got 3 bets. I already got some bets I've locked in for week 3. I'll be talking about that, and then my podcast comes out this Friday.
Bada fucking bing, folks. I got a lot going on at XFL Gym everywhere. We got Spring Fever later this week, previewing the Arlington Renegades. We're going to be going team by team for the XFL. I'm probably going to have to change my background here because this logo is out of date at this point. So
you got to get that updated, dude.
I got to get the updated green screen background for it. We'll see how that goes. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. It means the world to us. Following along with us this college football season. And we're going to be here to talk through every bowl game as they come every single week. Be prepared. It's going to be a wild,
loving it.